Hi guys, hope you're all well. Today I'm filming my Ask Jordan number 3. So this is basically a Q&A video. I put a picture on Instagram for you guys to ask me some questions and I've had so many. So what I'm going to do is just answer random ones because otherwise this video will be really long and you'll get bored. And if I don't answer your question this time, perhaps if I ever put a post up again for Ask Jordan number 4, then write it again in that Instagram picture because there's no way I can answer all these because we'll be here all day. If I butcher your Instagram name then I'm so sorry. So the first question is from Maja10 and they ask, how do you deal with negative thoughts? I think I might have answered this in my last Ask Jordan, but how do I deal with negative thoughts? I kind of just do something for me that day and you know, I know that my negative thoughts won't be there forever and I try and snap myself out of it because a negative thought is a wasted thought. I want to be as positive as I can be, and when I have these negative thoughts I try and stop myself from thinking that thought and then do something nice for me. And if I'm feeling low or anything, I won't film a video because I just don't want that energy to go out into the world. I sort of just have a bit of time for myself and maybe just watch YouTube videos, just do something to chill out. But yeah, just let that thought just go away and just let that thought ride over, and then try and bring in positive thoughts and think of the good things in your life and think of the things that you are grateful for, because I think that always helps and it brings you back down to earth. Jasmine Amour says, have you chosen a wedding dress yet? By the way, I think you're so incredibly inspirational and beautiful. Thank you. No, I haven't chosen the wedding dress yet. There is quite a few wedding questions on here, I think. I haven't looked at the questions properly, but there's a lot of wedding questions. But I am engaged, but we have no wedding plans at the moment because we're moving house. There's a lot going on. Like, Mike's business is taking off. My YouTube and everything is keeping me so busy. And, you know, we've got a lot going on at the moment, so we haven't made any plans. So a wedding will happen in the future, but we have zero plans yet, zero themes. Like, I have no idea what we'd do. The only thing I think we probably would do is get married abroad. So if there's any questions about weddings, I probably won't answer them because I've just answered it all just there. Free Doxy Z, I think I've completely said that wrong. Free Doxies, maybe, sorry, says, I've always been curious how you got the scar on your eyebrow. I have a small scar from a very old eyebrow piercing I did in my younger, dumber days. And by the way, you're so beautiful, thank you. So everyone always thinks that this scar here is from an eyebrow piercing, where in fact it is from my car accident which I had 10 years ago. So basically, if you can't, I don't know if you can see, but all here is scarred, there, and it goes up into my eyebrow. And the reason it looks like I had my eyebrow pierced is because I had stitches here, because all of this was open. And then they had to reopen it because they stitched it up. Then they had to reopen it because I had loads of glass left in there. So this whole area was cut open majorly. I was so lucky it didn't go to my eye because obviously it was there and it went up. So I was so lucky that it didn't go in my eye. But yeah, no, I haven't ever had my eyebrow pierced. It looks like I've probably had 2 eyebrow piercings, but no, it's just a scar from the car accident. Gigi Booze has said, do you want to travel? Would you ever come to New Zealand? Lots of love, your biggest Kiwi fan. I would love to travel. I'd love to travel everywhere. It's just a little bit more difficult with my situation. I can't be as spontaneous. I need help from a lot of people. I can't just go somewhere on my own or just with Mike. I need carers, personal assistants with me. So that's a little bit difficult, and obviously it's more expensive having to bring someone along all the time. But yeah, I'd love to go to New Zealand. It looks beautiful, so beautiful. It looks like a great part of the world, and if I was there I'd also go to Australia. I just wish it weren't so far away. Like, it's so far. I wish I could teleport, that'd be so good. Dana1423 has said, who's supporting you when you are filming a video and helping you? And how many sisters do you have? So when I film, my assistant will help me put my tripod up, put my camera up, put my ring light on. Yeah, so they set it all up for me. So all the filming equipment's in front of me, press record, then I do it all on my own. Like, there's no one in the room now because I'd feel really awkward. And then when it stops, the video stops filming after 12 minutes, it's just so annoying. So then I call them in, they press the button for me and I carry on filming. I then take the memory card out, put it in my laptop, and I do all the editing myself. And I have one sister, her name's Eden, and she's 14 years old. Chessie_X has said, how did you accept what happened in the car crash and move on from it? I think as I've got older, I've just dealt to live with it, and it's never going to be something I've accepted because it's not something I choose to happen to me, but I don't dwell on it. I was actually speaking to my mum and Mike the other evening, and I was just saying that you kind of forget what you've been through sometimes because you put it to the back of your mind, and the actual struggles that I do go through daily, I wouldn't wish on anyone. And when you see someone else in your situation, well, when I see someone else in my situation, it really upsets me. I think, oh God, that is such a bad situation. And I think, well, I'm in the same situation. So I think that I just get on with it, and I don't think I've ever accepted it, but I've just not lived my life for focusing on it, because I know that, you know, this is my life, so I have to just get on with it. And that's just my mindset, really. M.ma.ohar. So I think you're Emma O'Hare, or O'Hare, Emma O'Hare. I'm so rubbish at this. How do you stay so positive all the time and be confident? It's amazing. I really do look up to you. Ah, thank you, Emma. I'm guessing your name's Emma. I'm not positive all the time. I try to put positive energy into the world and be positive for you guys. And I am majority of the time positive, because even when I'm having down days, I'm not as down as what I would have been years ago when I'd be like, I don't want to leave the room. And I think I stay positive because I want to be. I mean, we all have choices in our lives, and that is just a choice I want to make. Sarah W.R. Miller says, or Sarah, sorry, I'm not sure. How do you deal with other people's expectations of you? Do you feel like they ever expect too much? I think people expect me to be positive all the time, which I try to be, but in reality that's not always the case. I mean, I'm not a Debbie Downer completely, like I'm not like... But it's real life, and you know, if I didn't have down days or feel negative sometimes, then I wouldn't be human, because that's just the ego coming into my head and make me feel low sometimes, you know. So I sort of feel like there's expectations for me to stay positive and inspire people, because that's what I want to do. But I don't want anyone thinking I'm perfect in the fact that I'm so positive, because that's not the case. And I want you guys to know that, because I want there to be an expectation, and that's not a great expectation to think someone can be positive all the time in my situation or in any situation, because it's not true. But I try to be as positive as I can. I hope that answers your question. Some of these questions I just like are so hard to answer. Shelby Minaj XO has says, what's one of your biggest life goals? And that is to inspire as many of you as possible, because if I do that, then I'm making myself happy, I'm making you guys happy, and it means that I'm becoming successful. I want to be really successful in what I do, and I feel like it's great that I can spread a positive message within things that I love, and it's not just me coming on here all the time and just being like, be positive, blah blah blah. It's still doing something I enjoy, like beauty. And just being myself and showing you around my world, and my world, I have my own world, but showing you like through vlogs and things, and just showing you my life, and it's so great that I get to do that. So yeah, my life goal is happening, and I feel like I just want it to grow and grow and grow. So yeah. Mark from the Prince of Vanity has said, hey babes, a favourite Disney princess? Well, I used to love Belle when I was a kid. I had like a little dress, so yeah, I'll say Belle today. I'll probably change my mind tomorrow, so I do love all Disney princesses. She's the underscore AAA. Oh my god, I feel really embarrassed saying your names, because I'm probably saying them so wrong. If you could be friends with any Kardashian/Jenner, who would it be? Probably Chloe, because she seems the most down to earth, like she seems the most funny, and I think she seems really cool. So yeah, probably Chloe. Easy Nails with a Twist said, how does it feel to know you are inspiring others who are disabled like myself not to give up and follow their dreams? By the way, I'm looking down because my phone's on my table, so I'm just looking at the questions. It feels absolutely amazing. That's what I want to do. And like I said in a question before, to know that it's inspiring people to get out there in the world and live their dreams, it's just the best feeling ever. And that's what I want to do, just help you to realise that you deserve a great life and get out there and do whatever you want in the world, because if you want something, then you go get it. So yeah, that feels amazing. So I'm so glad that I'm inspiring you. Basma Halnasa, sorry if I said your name wrong, has said, favourite foundation. I really love the Makeup Forever HD foundation, but I nearly am all out and it isn't from England, so that really sucks. But I have loads of different foundations, but I just really love that one, and it's really rubbish that I'm nearly out. At the moment, on my face today, I've got Dior Star Skin, which is really nice. I love Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Foundation. Oh, I love Illamasqua foundation. That is amazing. Illamasqua is so good. Skin base, love it. Mia Maria has said, if you could choose any superpower, what would you choose? Well, earlier I sort of said about teleporting, so that would be amazing. So either teleporting or flying, because if I could fly really fast, then I could travel everywhere. But if I could teleport, that would just be quicker than anything. So either fly or teleport. What would your superpower be? Cola's Place said, I was wondering if you had any advice for a new YouTuber. And my advice to any new YouTuber or any YouTuber would be just be yourself. Just stay true to yourself. Do things that you enjoy doing and that you enjoy watching. Think, what do I like watching, and do that. Don't try and be like anyone else. Try and be just yourself, and just always just be yourself. Yeah, because what's the point in trying to be like someone else? It's so boring. Where's Arnold has said, who's your biggest fashion inspiration? Also, where do you find inspiration for your makeup? My biggest fashion inspiration? I wouldn't say I had one, to be honest. I just find things, I'm like, that's a me top or that's a me dress, and then I wear it and that's me. I don't really look at someone and be like, I want to dress like them. I probably see people like on Instagram, I think that's a cool outfit, but I don't have someone that I'm just like, oh, I love their style all the time. I used to like Sienna Miller's style, like she's really cool, but now I just, I like a mixture of loads of different people, and you know, I don't want to be anything, I don't want to put myself in one box, but for inspiration I just look all on Instagram. And for makeup, I find inspiration on Instagram, magazines. I just look at a palette and I'm like, what can I create with this palette? And think I need to try different looks all the time, and I love seeing really dramatic looks online. So yeah, I find it everywhere really. Jennifer_Avera has said, where is your favourite place to shop? I love ASOS. I think because they have like every brand, well not every brand, but they have a variety of loads of brands, and then it's usually free shipping by the time that I've bought a few things. And then if you don't like it, you can send it back for free, which is really good. Gabriella has said, what had you planned for your life before the accident? Well, I was only 15 when I had my accident, so I didn't really have a plan for my life. I didn't think, oh, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. I wanted to have a great life and I wanted to be successful, I knew that, but I didn't really have, I mean, who knows what they want to do at 15. UG_Loxy has said, why don't you smile in every picture? You are such a beauty and you are also an inspiration to many people, but please smile. I know what you had to go through, but gather strength and don't be sad. Greetings from Argentina. I'm not sad. In my Instagram pictures and stuff, I'm showing you the makeup and I am showing you what it looks like. I'm not going to be all cheesy all the time because that's not what my page is about. It's more about the art of makeup. But yeah, no, I'm not sad. I am just posing. Messy Emily has said, what is your favourite song at the moment? Well, if you follow me on Snapchat, you probably know. And that would be The Weeknd, The Hills. Oh, I just love that song. The dogs are even going crazy. So that is my favourite song at the moment. Lucky GM2 has said, if you could meet one famous YouTuber that you've never met, who would it be and why? Now this is quite a hard question because there are quite a few people that I'd love to meet, but I'd definitely love to meet Jaclyn Hill because we've spoke quite a few times and I think she seems like a really, really nice girl and really cool, and yeah. But I'd also really want to meet Candy Johnson because she's so sweet as well, and I just really love genuine, kind people, and those two girls seem so lovely, and just really kind-hearted, and I just love that because I think a lot of people, I think they actually are genuine, whereas a lot of people I think aren't as genuine as they make out, but these two girls seem really genuine and lovely, so I'd love to meet them. Snapkate98 has said, if you could sit down and talk to someone who also has limited use of their arms and hands and arms actually, and gets frustrated with makeup from time to time, what would you say, or any tips you would give them to make it easier? What would I say? I'd say just keep persevering and just keep going and just keep trying, because I didn't have any advice. I just got on with it, and you know, there's no perfect way of doing it. There's no right way or wrong way of doing it. You just got to keep trying, and not everyone's hands will be the same as mine. So I just like say, right, I'll get this straw, pretend it's a brush. So I have no grip, but I slot my brush like in between these two fingers here, and then I sometimes put it like this too, and then I would use it like, I wouldn't use a straw as a brush, but you know what I mean. So I'm not even holding it, it's just stuck there. So if your hands are like mine, then you can do that, like just slot things in certain places, but some people's hands don't curl in like mine as much. So then I'd just say just keep trying and just keep playing with new things, and you know, your mouth is your best friend because you can then put it where you want it. Just keep trying. It's hard, but you've got to keep persevering. It took me years to get to this point, but you might get there quicker than me. Maybe Lazarus, sorry if I said your last name wrong. What is the next step in your recovery to walk again? I haven't got a next step in my recovery to walk again. I live for now. I live for what I have now. There isn't a cure out there at the moment. So I have a complete spinal cord injury, so I can't just do therapy and then be able to walk again. I'd need a cure. So I don't focus on that. A lot of people do focus on that, but I want to live my life anyway. I don't want to live my life for that, because what if it never happens? Then you've just wasted your life. So I'm living my life for now, for what I can do now, and that's good, yeah? Maurice has said, would you ever give a speech to a live audience? Yes, and I've done that quite a few times. It's really intimidating, but once you've done it, it's really good. But anyway, thank you so much for all your questions. I've had so many questions and I haven't been able to answer them all, but I hope that this video was still good and that you enjoyed it and that I answered your question. And I'm so sorry if I didn't answer your question. Make sure you leave it in the next Ask Jordan, which will be in a couple of months or something, I'm not sure when. But make sure you look at the other 2 Ask Jordans that have already gone live, because I might have answered your question there. That question that you asked might have already been answered. But yeah, so thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and I'll speak to you soon. Have a great day.